All right, so here we are, another episode of Vent This. Man, I didn't think I was going to get here today, guys. I went to the local liquor store here in my neighborhood to get some lottery tickets, and of course, my luck in front of me is a woman who's cashing in a bunch of tickets. And I don't know, she must have had like 100 tickets. She won $10. Whoop-de-doo. Then she buys more tickets. She bought $428 worth of tickets, and she paid with singles. And of course, the clerk is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 428 singles. And it's like, so I'm glad I'm here in time. But so hey, on with the show. This is it. All right, Loretta, you're on.
Hey guys. This really bugs me. So I'm trying to turn left on a busy street, but I can't because a young lady was crossing the street with her baby in a baby carriage. Obviously, I waited along with the other 5 cars behind me. Okay, sounds normal, right? Well, this young lady was texting and pushing her carriage with her hip. Really? I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, that was not the worst part. She stops and continues to text in the middle of the street. I didn't honk because I didn't want to scare her, but geez, really? So we all waited until she got to the sidewalk. I was so pissed. I have seen this too many times, texting while crossing the street. Man, if you can get a jaywalking ticket, then traffic control should give out tickets for texting while crossing the street. Signed, street texters beware.
Yeah, fat chance on getting a text walking ticket. I mean, the cops don't even write tickets for people running red lights and stop signs and speeding. It's like, why would they go after somebody texting with a baby?
I think it's a fantastic idea. I don't think she's saying, it's actually going to happen, but I think it's a brilliant idea. If anybody's crossing the street, you got a cell phone in your hand, that blinking light that says you can walk 10, 9, 8 seconds, whatever, thing across the street, it should say no texting because it's really a problem.
But then you're reading a text while you're trying to cross the street that says no texting.
No, you're reading the sign.
Which is like a text.
Well, it's a text. It's text that's written on the sign. And so you're still in the world of texting. Yeah.
I wonder if you're not supposed to throw glass houses when you're living in stones.
Well, you'll never stone.
What?
Yeah, you'll never.
Something like that. But
you're not going to throw a glass house. Too heavy.
I just wonder if the driver was also texting, waiting for the lady to finish texting so she could push the baby carriage thing. Because you see people waiting at lights and stuff, and they're texting, and she might have been texting too. So you shouldn't throw stones in glass houses.
Right. And don't throw stones at the no texting sign either, because those things are expensive. But, these people, it's like people think about the safety of your child. You're walking across the street. Obviously, It's a busy street because there's a light. Okay. And a crosswalk, okay? It's like all you got to do is trip over a crack in the lovely pavement that we have in these cities nowadays, okay? And now you've lost grip of your stroller. The baby goes flying across the street.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. You fall on your face. I mean, it's just not safe. People don't use their heads. They don't think when they do anything anymore.
Yeah. They ought to teach the baby how to text and text her mother, say, stop texting.
There you go.
Okay, done.
Yeah. Well, there's an idea, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know where to go with this. I mean, this is just stupidity to me that you text and walk. It's the same as people stepping off the curb and they don't bother looking to see if there's a car coming. Great. It doesn't matter who's got the green light or the red light. It's like you step in front of a car, you're dead. I think whether you're right or wrong.
I think we're all in agreement. We all agree with this lady who wrote the letter. That's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
When you've got a baby, especially, you try to go across the street as quickly as you can just to avoid any potential problem. And then, a phone in your hand and you don't want to be, I agree with this lady. You don't want to honk the horn. You'll scare the kid, starts crying, it becomes a big.
Well, the phone in the hand isn't a problem. It's looking at the phone that's in your hand. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull over if you want to text.
Right. Yeah. Don't walk across the street. Don't text in the middle of the street.
Right. Moron.
Or
Okay.
just
I mean, it's the
talk to
person walking that's texting.
Or just talk to the person. Why do you have to text? Remember talking actually on a phone?
Yeah, but then you'd be making a phone call while you're walking across the street, Don. That wouldn't make any sense either. You'd be paying attention to the number that you're dialing.
Okay. We're digressing.
Did we fix the problem? No, of course not.
No,
Maybe
no,
you could
but
just
we
write
agree.
a letter while you're walking.
There you go.
For
Yeah,
God's
bring a
sakes.
clipboard with you.
Loretta, help us.
Okay, so did we fix this? No, of course
No,
not.
we need another letter.
All
Let's
right.
get another vent.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who is pissed about this. If you are in the right lane and it is a right on red turn lane, then turn effing right. Do not wait until the light turns green to pass the guy on your left to get a jump into that lane. Does that idiot realize there are multiple cars behind him that actually need to turn right? Next time, I'm going to keep my hand on the horn and become annoying. Signed, no toot toot here.
Well, see, this is some clown that just wants to go straight, and he's trying to get ahead of the traffic, and you see this all the time, and it's very aggravating. Don, what were you going to say?
No, it sounds like what she's creating here is something called lane anxiety that has to be put in front of Dr. Phil and get his philosophical reasoning for why this person is doing that.
So it's a new
humanity.
condition that we've developed here.
Yes, lane anxiety.
Yeah, and you know what? I believe that happens because I see people all the time. I know what they're going to do. They've gone up there. There's really nowhere to go. They're not turning right. You're just wait, and they're just going to gun it as soon as that light turns green because they're inconsiderate jackasses. They don't care about anybody else who's trying to make, three people behind them waiting to make a right-hand turn. All they want to do is get ahead of a couple of cars.
And sometimes you can tell because they'll put their left hand out the driver's side window, asking for permission to get in front of the person who's trying to go straight.
Yeah, exactly. That happens. But a lot of times it's just they just sit there because people don't even like to look at each other anymore. I mean, I had a guy the other day. I was turning the corner, and this is here in the neighborhood. I'm going to make a right-hand turn. And as I make a right-hand turn, some moron in a big Range Rover makes the right-hand turn right behind me and just hits the gas and goes around me. And it's a place where there's three lanes. There's a middle lane so people can make left-hand turns from the center lane. He goes around me and he had to hit 80 miles an hour. It's like by the time I went a half a block, and it was a short block, he was gone. He was up over the hill, and he's endangering people, people that are walking across the street. There's kids, there's people with pets. It's like, people don't care about anything. There's no shortage of stupid, self-centered idiots in this world. And there was a time when we had a shortage of them, but not anymore, boy. We got millions.
How do you really feel about this, Chuck?
I'm sorry. Did I go off a little bit?
Just a little. But you know what? How many of us have been in that situation? I can honestly say my blood begins to boil. All I want to do is turn right, go my merry way. But I can't because the car in front of me, I know what he's going to do, and it just really pisses me off.
Right. Well, even being the first guy that's going straight, it pisses you off because the guy's sitting there waiting to just jump in front of you.
Right.
It's like, who the hell is he?
And what makes it worse? If there's a car parked across the street, so there's very limited space to get into that left lane, and this guy guns it and scares the crap out of the guy in the car next. Yeah, okay. I mean, my blood's starting to boil already.
Oh my God, I'm getting so upset. But this is driving
ridiculous.
In America. It's crazy.
Yeah, there should be driving courtesies. That isn't one of them.
But that courtesy is gone nowadays. Courtesy is gone. The other thing that's gone is police enforcing traffic laws. Nobody gets a ticket for that. I've seen police officers sitting at adjacent streets waiting and having people like clog the intersection. Like the left turn arrow turns red, and now there's 5 cars in the intersection, and there's a cop car right there who can't go either because the light on the next block hasn't turned green yet, so that all these people can clear the intersection, and nobody gets a ticket. And I asked the cop about that one time. I said, why? And he says, we have to stay available in case something urgent comes up. It's like, urgent? It's like, how about writing a ticket? And if you get a call that somebody's been murdered or something, then, it's his lucky day. But enforce the laws. These guys don't do anything out there.
Chuck, Let's hope they don't find out where you live, because when you
Man,
need a
don't
police
let 'em
officer,
find me. Don't give my address out.
I need to invent a pill called Lane Tranquilizer. Just
I
everybody
need that.
just calm down.
Yeah. Well,
Just take a pill.
all right.
Wow.
Well, all right. So, I mean, did we beat that one up, or did I just beat myself up getting aggravated? I think I beat myself up getting aggravated.
Yeah,
This is
you
just a
beat
personal
yourself.
gripe myself. So I'm there with Mrs.
Yes.
Toot Toot or whatever her name
Toot
was.
Toot. We're with you, Toot Toot. I hope
Yeah.
you're listening. And
All
by the
right.
way, I always say this on our show, that if anybody has a better idea or a solution to something or wants to comment, please, we welcome all Ventus.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I digress.
Yeah. And if you got a better idea, then make your own podcast.
Okay, what about the next vent?
I have a vent. I don't understand why it is when you go to the doctor's office, like I did today. I went to the doctor's office. I walk in, there's a piece of glass, and there's a girl sitting on the other side of the piece of glass, and she's just sitting there, and she's looking at papers that are in front of her on the desk. And she doesn't even look up to say hello to you. And you go in and you sign in, and then you go sit down according to the instructions that are taped up to the glass. And then as soon as you sit down, she opens the glass window and grabs the thing to see what your name is, and still never saying hello. The next thing that happens is a nurse comes out and says, okay, can you come in now? Why can't people have the courtesy to just say hello to each other? Nobody wants to make eye contact anymore.
It seems to me what we have here is a glass problem. What we have to do is remove the glass. So when she doesn't say hello, you can grab her by the nape of her neck, smack her face with a newspaper and say, be friendly, say hello.
Okay, Don.
I mean, believe it or not, I have the same complaint here. It's like people are afraid to look at you, whether you're in a store, a doctor's office, just walking down the street. People don't want to make eye contact. I see this every day in stores and in traffic and just walking through the neighborhood. It's like I see the same people over and over walking in my neighborhood. Some people are very nice. I'm not saying everybody's this way, but there are people that I see every day and I'll look at. Some people I actually say hello and there's no response, it's just, and I just go, oh, maybe not, the people just don't want to talk. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're angry. If they know who I am and they're angry at me, I don't know what it is, but
You're not that famous.
No, they're just angry at me because they've seen me.
That's probably true.
That's probably it. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. People just don't like to make eye contact, and you walk right past them. And I've actually looked at people in the eyes where they've actually kind of like looked and you say hello and they can't respond. So I don't get it. It's just the way the world is again today. I'm just an old crabby guy.
Yeah. Listen, crabby guy. I don't think.
What do you want?
I don't think everybody's like this. This has definitely happened to me. Could you fill out your form, but you write down when you came in? Same insurance, yes. Sit down, the doctor will call you. I get that. Just think about it. All those people that come to see a doctor every day, and these people are sitting behind a desk. It does get a little tedious, but I would encourage that these receptionists or whoever's in charge of it could be nicer. Like, would you like a glass of water? You need help to your seat, did you bring parking? I'll validate. It's like just to make it a little cozier and warm.
Just warm and friendly.
Warm and friendly, yeah.
Yeah, but that's gone. It's rare. It's rare to see that.
Because the glass is in the way.
The glass is in the way.
Okay, Don. You just want to solve the problem with a newspaper.
So everybody just needs to get off their glass, right?
Oh, my
Just get off your glass and move on.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Well, I mean, we can't fix this problem either. This is the way the world is.
Yeah, I think the pandemic really messed all of us up. Wearing a mask, not getting close, trying to cut the conversation short, all of these things.
Yeah.
And now the masks are off and
the masks are off, so now we know what people are really like.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad. I agree.
Yeah.
By the way, they're not that way everywhere. If you go to like Oklahoma, If everybody says hi and talks to each other and looks at each other in the eye because it's small town thinking.
Sure. Yeah.
In fact, in places like small town Texas and Oklahoma, especially in Oklahoma, if you are judged by how friendly you are, not how much money you have.
Really?
It's true. If you go into a restaurant in Oklahoma and the waitress comes over to you and asks for your order, that waitress, when she grows up, she wants to be a waitress.
Right. They're not just waiting tables, waiting for the next acting gig.
She's not trying to be a screenwriter or a model or a weather girl or a producer. She actually wants to be a waitress when she grows up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the big cities are a little jaded. People are just looking to climb the ladder,
Everybody who has a job in LA is looking for the next job.
Right. The better job or the place they're trying to go.
Nobody's happy in the job they're in. They're looking for the next job.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
exactly.
Chuck's right. Pessimistic Chuck is right. You know, there's always that.
Hey, I'm always PC.
Yeah, you are
Chuck.
PC. It's the big cities, New York, Chicago.
We can't fix it all, but we can listen to these vents and we can commiserate with them. So did we do anything here? Did we help this person?
I hope we did.
We
commiserate with you. Yeah,
there
we commiserate
go.
with you.
We know exactly what you're feeling. So
and he's got a cute voice.
This is fun, and we need more people to join us here. So go to the website ventthis.org and write us a vent, or you can call and leave a voicemail vent. That number is 818-570-2535, and as I've said before, that number again is 818-570-2535.
What was that number, Chuck?
That number again is 818-570-2535. You need it again? It's 818-570-2535. We'll always be happy to listen to your complaints and all the little shit that annoys you.
Okay. Bye, everybody.